From Anthony Loffredo, who amputated his nose, ears, and fingers to become an alien, to Michel Lotito, the man who actually ate an entire airplane piece by piece, to Tyne Gok, who hasn't slept a single night in over 60 years. In this video, we're diving into the lives of some of the strangest men the world has ever seen, starting with Anthony Loffredo. In 2017, a French security guard made a decision that would transform him into one of the most extreme human beings on Earth. Anthony Loffredo was an English body modification artist from Montpellier who embarked on what he calls the Black Alien Project, a radical transformation to resemble an extraterrestrial being. He has undergone over 50 procedures costing hundreds of thousands of euros, including amputating his nose, ears, upper lip, and 2 fingers on each hand. What separates Loffredo from other body modification enthusiasts is the sheer extremity of his changes. His full-body black tattoos include sclera eye inking, subdermal implants, tongue bifurcation, and recent 2025 additions like forehead scalping that etch brutal scars. The removal of his nose and ears gives him an otherworldly appearance that stops traffic and causes children to flee in terror. Formerly a security guard dissatisfied with normal life, Loffredo began his project in 2017 at age 29, traveling to countries like Mexico and Spain for unregulated surgeries. His procedures are often performed under local or no anesthesia, with recovery involving infections and mobility loss.
Yo soy humano, tú me cortas, mi sangre está rojo, pero mi pensamiento está diferente, como todos somos diferentes.
¿Tú querías conocerme?
Yo no me interesa a las personas. Yo soy solo desde pequeño. Me encanta ser solo.
His black tattoos, reapplied multiple times for full coverage, including genitals and eyeballs, and lip removal exposing teeth permanently, have sparked ethical debates. He faces employment discrimination, unable to find jobs due to his look, but embraces his identity through media appearances. The project continues to evolve. By mid-2025, Loffredo claims to have reached 69% completion of his alien transformation, with plans for even more extreme procedures. Born in November 1988, he remains committed to his vision at 36 years old, documenting every step on social media despite facing joblessness and social isolation. Now, if you thought removing your nose and ears was extreme, you'll be shocked at this man who surgically split his tongue and filed his teeth to points. Eric Sprague. Born in 1972, Eric Sprague made a childhood fascination with reptiles into a 30-year transformation that defies human biology. Known professionally as the Lizard Man, this American performance artist has dedicated over 700 hours and $250,000 to becoming a human reptile. His extensive body modifications include full-body green scale tattoos, a bifurcated tongue, sharpened teeth, subdermal Teflon horn implants on his forehead, and stretched earlobes. The transformation began with philosophy studies at Hartwick College, where Sprague earned his BA in 1994. Inspired by anthropology studies and lizard fascination from childhood comics and TV, he began modifications in 1994 with his tongue split, one of the first documented procedures performed by a dentist under local anesthesia.
The swelling was so severe that it took about a week for the swelling to go down to the point where I could speak or eat normally.
Was it worth it?
Oh, absolutely.
His tattoos, started in 1990 and completed over 650 hours, cover 99% of his body in intricate green-black scales, including eyelids and genitals. 5 Teflon implants create brow ridges, and filed teeth enhance the reptilian look. What makes Sprague particularly unusual is his intellectual approach to extreme modification. As a pioneer in modern body modification, he performs acts like fire-eating, sword-swallowing, and gavage while touring with circuses and appearing on television.
I just like to say, I was told I could be whatever I wanted to be when I grew up, and I took that very seriously.
So you
Just
took that
nobody expected me
literally?
to choose to be Lizard Man.
The procedure for his horn implants took about 6 hours without anesthetic, causing him to vomit and hallucinate from pain. Despite the agony, he continues advocating for modification as art. At 53 years old, Sprague remains active on social media, viewing his body as an evolving project that challenges norms and inspires self-acceptance. But transforming into a lizard is nothing compared to this next person who literally ate an entire airplane over 2 years. Michel Lotito. Between 1950 and 2007, France was home to perhaps the most impossible human being who ever lived. Michel Lotito, known as Monsieur Mange-Tout, Mr. Eat-All, was a French entertainer who consumed indigestible objects as his profession. He performed by consuming over 9 tons of metal, glass, and other non-food items due to pica, an eating disorder compelling ingestion of inedible substances. What made Lotito's case extraordinary was his body's impossible adaptation. His stomach lining was twice as thick as average, and his digestive acids were strong enough to dissolve metal, though bananas and hard-boiled eggs reportedly caused him indigestion. His habits began around age 9, when he accidentally ate a television part and discovered his tolerance. His consumption list reads like a hardware store inventory. He ate 18 bicycles, 15 supermarket trolleys, 7 televisions, 6 chandeliers, 2 beds, a pair of skis, a computer, a coffin complete with handles, and countless razor blades, rubber tires, and chains. Each performance involved consuming up to a kilogram daily, broken into small pieces mixed with mineral oil and water. His crowning achievement was eating an entire Cessna 150 airplane from 1978 to 1980, consuming about 2,000 pounds over 150 sessions, eating everything except toxic parts like batteries. The plane's wings, fuselage, and engine were all methodically consumed and digested. Medically, his pica combined with unusual physiology allowed survival, but he avoided plastics or toxic materials. The irony was that while he could digest metal and glass, normal foods like bananas gave him stomach problems. Born on June 15, 1950, Latito earned Guinness World Records for his strangest diet and appeared on shows worldwide. He died on June 25, 2007, at 57 from natural causes, having consumed an estimated 9 tons of inedible materials throughout his lifetime, without apparent long-term health consequences. Think eating metal is weird? Well, this man pierced his genitals 278 times and got banned from Dubai for looking too demonic. Rolf Buchholz. In Dortmund, Germany, lives a man who has transformed his body into a living work of extreme art. Rolf Buchholz, born in 1959, holds the Guinness World Record for the most body modifications on a male. As of 2022 verification, he has 516 total body modifications, including 481 piercings, with 278 concentrated on his genitals alone, plus 94 around his lips, 25 in his eyebrows, and 8 in his nose. What makes Buchholz particularly unusual is his motivation, pure personal satisfaction. He pursued all modifications without professional performance motives, leading to dramatic life impacts like being denied entry to Dubai in 2014 over fears he practiced black magic. His modifications include subdermal implants, tattoos, and scarifications beyond the hundreds of piercings. Starting his modifications in the 1980s at age 19 with a simple piercing, Buchholz escalated over decades, spending countless hours and euros on procedures. His genital piercings, the most extensive category, involve intricate arrangements like frenum ladders and ampallangs. Each piercing session lasts hours under local anesthesia, requiring remarkable pain tolerance. He faces discrimination and practical challenges, airport security hassles, MRI complications, and the 2014 UAE denial that sparked global debate on body modification rights. By day, he works as a computer engineer, balancing a normal job with his extreme appearance. His fame comes through Guinness certifications and viral social media content with millions of views. He emphasizes in interviews that "I did it for me" as a form of body autonomy. At 66 years old, Buchholz continues adding modifications despite health risks and travel restrictions, viewing his body as an evolving canvas that challenges societal norms. His records remain unbroken, cementing his status as the world's most modified man. While Buchholz pierced everything, this next person went even further, tattooing his body so many times his original skin disappeared completely. Lucky Diamond Rich. Born Gregory Paul McLaren. Around 1972 in New Zealand, one man took the concept of tattoo art to its absolute extreme. Lucky Diamond Rich holds the Guinness World Record as the world's most tattooed person, with over 200% body coverage achieved through multiple layers of ink. His transformation includes black ink base, colorful overlays, and white accents, covering every inch including his gums, eyelids, ears, genitals, and even the insides of his foreskin. The journey began in poverty and homelessness. Born in Queensland to a circus family, Rich ran away at 16 to join traveling shows, beginning tattoos at 28 with a full-body black suit completed in 200 hours. His story is one of transformation from addiction and desperation to global recognition.
I just turned to art to escape.
I developed a knack to be able to make my mum laugh. Then it went on to making everyone laugh. That was what I was into. I was into making people happy.
His tattoos represent over 1,000 hours of sessions spanning decades, with skin layered multiple times, up to 5 layers in some areas. The process involved first covering 85% of his body, then 100% coverage in black, followed by colorful and white ink overlays. What drives someone to such extremes? He discovered his indigenous Australian heritage in the late 90s, finding that his grandmother's generation didn't talk about it due to societal shame. The tattoos became a way to connect with various cultures while searching for his own identity.
I actually feel like I belong, whereas before I didn't really feel like I did.
As a juggler and sword swallower by trade, he tours sporadically while facing daily challenges like heat intolerance from layered skin. His philosophical approach includes references to Heraclitus, symbolizing unity in his designs. Now in his 50s, Rich has achieved what he always wanted, a normal life. He works construction, pays taxes, and lives quietly with his wife and dogs, proving that even the most extreme transformations can lead to ordinary happiness. Rich chose his extreme look, but this man had no idea he was carrying his parasitic twin brother in his stomach for 36 years. Sanju Bhagat. In 1999, medical history was rewritten when surgeons in Nagpur, India, made an impossible discovery. Sanju Bhagat, born in 1963, had lived for 36 years with a massively swollen abdomen that made him appear perpetually pregnant. What doctors found during surgery was a partially developed parasitic twin with limbs, hair, nails, jaws, and genitalia that had been feeding off his blood supply. The condition, called fetus in fetu, occurs in about 1 in 500,000 births when one twin envelops the other in utero, with the parasitic one lacking independent organs and relying on the host's circulation. In Bhagat's case, it grew undetected from childhood, causing his stomach to balloon progressively. The social impact was devastating. Living in rural Maharashtra, Bhagat endured lifelong bullying and was nicknamed the Pregnant Man. He worked as a farmer despite pain and mobility issues, ignored by a community that couldn't understand his condition. In June 1999, severe abdominal pain and breathing difficulties forced him to seek treatment at Mehta Hospital in Nagpur, where Dr. A.J. Mehta's team expected a tumor. Instead, they extracted a fully formed but lifeless mass, including a head with long hair and teeth, arms with fingernails, and partial genitalia, weighing nearly 20 pounds. The surgical team described the discovery as horrifying. The parasitic twin had survived for decades by essentially vampirizing Bhagat's body, growing slowly but steadily until it threatened his life. The twin died shortly after removal due to lack of independent viability. Post-surgery, Bhagat recovered rapidly, resuming normal life without the bulge. His case represents one of fewer than 200 documented worldwide and the oldest at time of discovery. Now 62 years old, he continues living quietly, his extraordinary medical case occasionally resurfacing in viral stories and medical discussions. Bhagat's twin was hidden inside, but wait until you see this next person who lost 60% of his brain and somehow survived. Carlos Halfi Rodriguez. In 2010, Miami witnessed one of the most impossible survival stories in medical history. Carlos Rodriguez, nicknamed Halfi, was 24 when a drug and alcohol-fueled car crash changed his life forever. He survived a traumatic brain injury, resulting in the surgical removal of approximately 60% of his brain tissue, primarily the frontal and parietal lobes on one side. The accident occurred when Rodriguez, high on drugs and alcohol, crashed his car into a utility pole at high speed, ejecting him through the windshield and causing massive head trauma. Surgeons at Ryder Trauma Center performed a hemispherectomy-like procedure, removing damaged brain portions to prevent swelling and infection. The result is visually shocking. Rodriguez's head is dramatically concave and asymmetrical, resembling a half head with exposed brain covered only by skin. Yet impossibly, he retained basic functions like speech, mobility, and cognition. This exploits neuroplasticity, where the remaining brain rewires to compensate, though he faces deficits in impulse control and planning.
I was barred out on drugs. And I was driving, and I hit a pole, and I flew out the front window and landed on my head.
Damn, show everybody what happened. God damn, that's crazy, though.
And this is how y'all boys come out. That's why it's no good drinking and driving, or drugness and driving.
His story went viral in 2012 via mugshot photos after a marijuana possession arrest, sparking media coverage and debates on brain resilience. Medical experts note such cases are rare, but demonstrate the brain's remarkable adaptability. Rodriguez has transformed his trauma into advocacy. He uses his appearance, often shown without hats in videos, as a visual deterrent, warning others about the dangers of substance abuse and drunk driving. His message is simple but powerful. His horrifying appearance serves as a permanent reminder of poor choices.
That's why it's no good drinking and driving, or drugness and driving. No good, kids. no good.
Despite memory issues, emotional volatility, and public stares, Rodriguez remains active online, posting advocacy content emphasizing his transformation from troubled youth to motivational figure. Now 39, he faces employment barriers and relies on disability support, but maintains sobriety, making his life a testament to redemption amid physical oddity. Rodriguez's half head is shocking, but this man deliberately grew his hair over 3 feet tall, requiring 3 cans of hairspray daily. Kazuhiro Watanabe. In Tokyo lives a man whose hairstyle literally reaches for the heavens. Kazuhiro Watanabe, born around 1970, holds the Guinness World Record for the tallest mohawk hairstyle, measuring 1.13 meters, 3 feet 8.6 inches, as certified in 2011. His dedication to cultivating and styling an extraordinarily tall mohawk requires 3 hours, 3 cans of hairspray, and 1 bottle of gel to erect. What drives someone to such architectural hair heights? Inspired by 1980s punk culture and bands like The Exploited, Watanabe began growing his hair in the mid-1990s. He grew it over 15 years before achieving the record in New York City's Washington Square Park on September 15, 2011. The styling process is an engineering feat. The procedure involves backcombing, blow-drying, and heavy products to defy gravity, with Watanabe noting the physical strain, including neck pain from weight and logistical issues like sleeping upright. Simple activities become complex challenges. Doorways require ducking, wind can be devastating, and travel becomes restricted. As a fashion designer and stylist in Tokyo's fashion scene, Watanabe incorporates his mohawk into his creative expression, occasionally adding colors or themes for events. He faces skeptics who claim enhancements, but insists it's all natural hair grown and styled without artificial additions. The practical challenges are immense. He faces doorways, wind, and public attention that he embraces as part of his identity, though he occasionally shaves it for practicality. His record remains unbroken, with no serious challenges emerging since 2011. Now 55, Watanabe continues maintaining variations of his record-setting style, demonstrating that some people will literally reach impossible heights for their art. His mohawk has become a symbol of perseverance and creativity, proving that dedication to personal expression knows no limits. 3-foot hair seems wild until you meet this next person whose genetic condition makes his skin stretch over 6 inches like rubber. Gary Turner. Living in Lincolnshire, England, is a man whose skin defies the basic laws of physics. Gary Turner, born around 1969, holds the Guinness World Record for the stretchiest skin, verified at 15.8 centimeters (6.25 inches) on his stomach in Los Angeles on October 29, 1999. His extraordinary elasticity is due to a severe form of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a collagen deficiency affecting connective tissue. The condition, affecting 1 in 5,000-20,000 people, causes Turner's skin to lack elasticity rebound, risking tears or bruising. Yet he can pull his neck skin over his chin or create bizarre shapes like skin balloons, demonstrations that have fascinated and horrified audiences worldwide. Diagnosed in childhood with EDS, Turner initially faced bullying, but later toured with circuses like Jim Rose and appeared on TV shows like Ripley's Believe It or Not. He demonstrates pulls on his chest, neck, or arms without aids, enduring pain but managing with caution to avoid vessel rupture. The condition brings additional challenges beyond the stretchy skin. He has loose joints and can dislocate shoulders on command, plus fragile skin that bruises easily. Daily life requires constant vigilance to prevent tears or serious injury. What makes Turner remarkable isn't just his physical condition, but his attitude toward it. He advocates for embracing differences despite daily challenges, inspiring the EDS community while baffling audiences with feats like stretching stomach skin to hold objects. His performances demonstrate that apparent disadvantages can become unique abilities. Turner's skin stretches further than anyone else's on Earth, all without surgical enhancements. He continues advocating for EDS awareness through viral social media content, turning a genetic disorder into a platform for education and acceptance. At 56, Turner remains active occasionally, his record unchallenged for over 2 decades. He represents resilience, showing how medical conditions that seem limiting can become sources of empowerment and understanding. Turner's stretchy skin is bizarre, but this man was born so hairy that doctors thought his mother gave birth to an animal. Jesus Aceves. In the mountains of Mexico lives a family carrying one of the world's rarest genetic conditions. Jesus Chuy Aceves, born around 1968, is known as the Wolfman due to congenital hypertrichosis lanuginosa, causing excessive hair growth over his entire face and body. He was born with thick, dark hair covering 98% of his body, including his face, resembling a mask with only eyes and mouth visible. The condition is inherited through his family's X-linked dominant gene, studied by geneticists since the 1980s 1980s and traced back to the 19th century. His family lineage includes over 30 affected members across generations, with 19 of 30 family members currently affected. Aksiv's childhood was marked by abandonment and exploitation. Abandoned by his mother as a baby due to his appearance and sold to a circus at age 13, he endured years of freak show exploitation. He performed tricks like howling or eating raw meat in Mexican and US circuses from the 1980s-2000s, facing abuse like being caged or pelted with stones. The condition affects fewer than 100 people worldwide and causes non-androgenetic hair growth up to 10 cm long, requiring constant trimming. It's linked to a gene mutation activating dormant hair follicles, as detailed in genetic studies published in medical journals. Despite the challenges, Aksiv's used his earnings to support family members sharing the condition. He has 2 daughters, one with mild hypertrichosis, and used circus money to help his extended family. He underwent partial laser hair removal in the 2010s, but continues embracing his condition to support his family. Fame came through documentaries like The Wolfman, BBC 2008, and Chui the Wolfman, 2015 film by Eva Ariges, highlighting his resilience. He has shifted to advocacy, speaking against discrimination and supporting relatives, including his uncle Victor, who died in 2017. Now 57 and semi-retired in California, Aksiv's faces ongoing challenges like heat intolerance from hair and social isolation. His story blends tragedy, exploitation, and empowerment, making him a poignant figure representing resilience in the face of genetic rarity and societal prejudice. Being mistaken for a werewolf is one thing, but how do you survive 60 years without a single minute of sleep? Thai Ngoc. In rural Vietnam lives perhaps the most medically impossible human being alive today. Thai Ngoc, born around 1942, claims to have not slept for over 60 years following a severe fever in 1962. Despite this extraordinary claim of total insomnia, he maintains a productive rural life without apparent health deterioration, baffling medical experts. As of 2025, at around age 82-83, Ngoc remains alive and active, reportedly carrying 50-kilogram rice bags daily on his farm, tending to crops and livestock from midnight onward to combat boredom. He maintains alertness without stimulants beyond occasional coffee or tea. The medical impossibility is staggering. Doctors who examined him in 2006 at Da Nang Hospital found no abnormalities in his brain or organs, attributing his condition possibly to fever damage to his sleep-regulating hypothalamus. Science deems prolonged wakefulness beyond 11 days fatal, yet Ngoc has allegedly survived decades without sleep. The onset traced to childhood fever, after which he felt perpetually awake, initially causing distress, but evolving into adaptation. He works extra hours on his 4-hectare farm, fishing or guarding against thieves at night and digging ponds during sleepless hours. The psychological toll is evident. Despite the burden, he admitted in 2025 interviews to feeling sad and envious of sleeping people, wishing for just 3 hours of rest. He reports no hallucinations, irritability, or cognitive decline typical of sleep deprivation. His story gained traction through Vietnamese media, spreading globally via outlets like the Daily Mail and YouTube. American YouTuber Drew Binsky tracked him down in 2024, spending a sleepless night observing Ngoc's routine and confirming his vitality despite the claim's unverifiability. While skeptics suggest he may experience microsleeps or underreport short naps, recent 2025 reports reaffirm his ongoing life without sleep. His case challenges fundamental understanding of human sleep requirements, making him either a medical miracle or the world's most dedicated insomniac. The truth may never be fully verified without constant monitoring, but his story continues inspiring discussions on human limits and the mysteries of sleep science. Never sleeping seems impossible, but this man is so covered in hair that he holds the record for being China's hairiest human. Yu Zhenwan. In northeastern China lives a man whose genetic condition has made him a reluctant celebrity and medical curiosity. Yu Zhenhuan, born in 1978, holds the unofficial title of the hairiest man in the world due to a massive congenital melanocytic nevus causing thick black hair to cover 96% of his body. He was born with hypertrichosis from a large mole stimulating excessive hair growth across his torso, limbs, and parts of his face, with only palms, soles, lips, and eyelids hair-free. Discovered at birth with hair so thick doctors initially mistook him for an animal, Yu faced rejection when his mother abandoned him briefly. At age 2, he gained fame through Chinese media as Mao Hai, hairy child, leading to roles in films like Little Hairy Harry, 1984, and circus performances. The nevus covers 96% of his skin, with coarse hair up to 10 cm long, increasing melanoma risk and requiring surgeries as a child to remove ear canal hair causing deafness, while laser treatments in the 2000s-2010s reduced some facial hair, full removal is impossible due to size and cost. What makes Yu remarkable is his transformation from circus curiosity to mainstream entertainer. He transitioned to rock music in the 2000s, releasing albums and performing at events like the 2008 Beijing Olympics torch relay. He has starred in films and TV, married in 2010, and fathered a son born in 2011 with mild symptoms. His condition affects approximately 1 in a billion people, making him an extremely rare medical case. Daily life involves constant maintenance, hair grows back within days of shaving, and he faces heat sensitivity due to the excessive hair coverage. Despite challenges like constant shaving and heat sensitivity, Yu maintains a positive outlook, inspiring global discussions on hypertrichosis. Now 47, he continues performing and advocating for rare disease awareness, proving that genetic differences can become platforms for artistic expression and social change. His journey from rejected child to celebrated performer demonstrates remarkable resilience in transforming apparent disadvantage into opportunity. Thanks for watching. If you had a good time, keep the adventure alive by clicking on one of the suggested videos on your screen right now for more amazing content.